welcome to Headingley on another important occasion. Castleford come out after 2 successive Stonesborough Championship defeats, still top of the table, but Leeds today could go top if they win and other results go in their favour, notably if Bradford Northern can at least stop Widnes by at least gaining a point. Well, Castleford out on the field, as I said, they're in danger of slipping up at the last moment. Tony Marchant just needs 1 try for the 100th of his career, and David Creasser for Leeds is very near 1,000 points for Leeds. I reckon, according to my calculations, that when he gets to 14 points today, if he does, then that 1,000 is his. On the sides, Castleford have David Ruckley at fullback, and then Tony Marchant at number 2, Mark Gibson at 3, Giles Boothroyd at 4, and Chris Chapman at 5. Then Grant Anderson and Bob Beardmore, the half-backs. Front row, well, Dean Sampson is at number 8. The reason for that is that Kevin Ward didn't train this week, and the rules are at Castleford, if you don't train, then you don't play, and that was because of Kevin Ward had missed training because his wife was having a baby. So he's out. Kevin Beardmore's at 9, Ken Hill's at 10, Martin Kettridge at 11, Keith England is at 12, and John Joyner is there at number 13. Roy Southernwood is at 14, and Murphin is at 15. And for Leeds, well, their side today, Gary Spencer at fullback, and he's been playing extremely well since Andrew Ettinghausen left to go back to Australia. The 3-quarter line is Phil Ford at 2, Gary Schofield at 3, Carl Gibson at 4, and John Bentley at 5. David Creasser, as I said, looking for that 1,000 points of his career here at Leeds, is at 6, and Ray Ashton at 7. Lee Crooks, well, he's back in his familiar number 8 role. Colin Maskell at 9. Then Price is at number 10. Roy Powell is back in the familiar number 11 shirt. Mark Cowden is at 12, and David Heron at 13. That try from David Heron at Hull Kingston last week during midweek was very, very important indeed. Gary Lord and Hugh Waddell are the substitutes. And that 18-13 victory for Leeds against Hull Kingston in midweek has certainly kept them there or thereabouts in the championship race. The trouble is that they've played far more games than everybody else. They've got 5 left, including today, and 2 points again is vital. As Mal Reilly said, all we're doing at the moment, we're taking it 1 game at a time. It's 1 victory each to each side this season in these games between Leeds and Castleford. Leeds winning the Yorkshire Cup final at Elland Road, and then in the John Player, that controversial game which Castleford stole from Leeds. People have been disparaging about this match and said it can't ever live up to that Yorkshire Cup final or the drama here at Headingley. But these two sides both play total open and attractive rugby, and let's see how it all shapes up. Leeds will have to be at their best. Oh, good handoff there. Once more, filing forward. Keith England, number 12, and Kenny Hill, number 10, Kevin Beardmore, back to Bob Beardmore, Joyner, and the good firm tackle there. And the handover on the 6th tackle. Pitch, after a fair bit of rain, is quite likely to cut up. The surface, as usual, is very flat. over halfway. Lee Crooks. Need a captain's lead from Lee today. Gibson gets the ball out to Bentley. And Bentley herring down that wing. Right underneath us here. High up in the south stand, as usual. Castleford at the moment, pinned back. Ball back there from Kevin Beardmore. That's a good kick. It's going to bounce into touch. What a superb kick from his own 25 to the opposition's 25, bouncing into touch. So Leeds winning that scrum. Great expectations of today's game. Good play by Garry Price. Brooks, oh, nicely taken by Schofield, but brought to ground there by Mark Gibson. Our referee today is Robin Whitfield. That's a massive kick. We seem to have lost it. Heron and Garry Price in there. Keith England or Castleford. Once more, and then deep, taken by Ford. Oh, lovely play by Phil Ford. It's where he's so dangerous. He can pick a ball up in his 25 and decide to jink and turn, and then suddenly he's off on a run, and very difficult to stop in that situation. And the ball lost. Crooks coming in off that pass, so couldn't hold on to it. Grant Anderson. Bob Beardmore's position in the side at the moment has been under a lot of pressure from Roy Southernwood, who's on the substitutes bench today. They're tackling first class at the moment. Lee Crooks there, along with Mark Brooke-Cowden, who's kept his place in the side. Shouts of forward, but Robin Whitfield is right on the spot. And this tackling now is very, very keen indeed. Kevin Beardmore gets the ball out. Chance here for Marchant. Oh, just stopped short. Well, he was looking for his 100th try of his career, didn't get it. Anderson, overlap on the right-hand side. It's kicked forward by Ruckley, and Ruckley's not got to it. Well, what a terrible mistake there. So set-off for Leeds in that situation. Do apologise for the interference on picture there of somebody's body in, but this gantry is absolutely full of cameras today. David Ruckley very nearly putting Castleford in the picture there, and with a try, Gibson breaks away. He's got Bentley on the outside, he's veering inside, he gives it to Bentley. Bentley's going to score. Marchant won't get to him. Bentley's going round to the post. Well, a great try by Leeds. And what good play by Carl Gibson. Superb centre play. Had the man in support and then veered inside to drag the defender into him and switch the ball outside. There was John Bentley. A try which was well deserved indeed. So from one end of the field where Leeds were under pressure, they'd broken away and scored. Now make that John Bentley's 13th try of the season. Another try coming very early in the game, only 8 minutes have gone. And David Creasser now with his first shot at goal. And it's a beauty, veering inside that right-hand post. And there you could just see in the edge of your camera shot, quite a lot of the cameras up here today. So much interest in this game. And Leeds taking a very early 6-0 lead. Cass, of course, have lost their last 2 games. And all that hard work at the start of the season may be beginning to catch up with them. The forwards have virtually played together all the time. They've had very little respite. And playing on. Oh, good handling by Leeds. Schofield through the gap, but just well collared there. Final tackle coming in by Keith England. Oh, knocked forward. Grant Anderson just couldn't get his hands to that one. Again, Leeds in possession, and Colin Maskell doing a fine job. Crooks. Well, that's going to be a fine kick. Very, very well done indeed by Lee Crooks. And again, right on the edge of the picture. Another one of those cameras. Yorkshire are here. BBC. Your coverage, of course, is by Leeds Rugby League Club. Oh, and unlucky. good angle of that. Ray Ashton trying to get the ball back before he is bundled into touch. Referee awarding a penalty for Castleford. Sampson. Beardmore will play the ball. That's Kevin Beardmore. And again, acting half as usual. Castleford begin to push forward. Bob Beardmore this time taking over the acting half-back duties. And the penalty. David Heron not allowing Grant Anderson to get up. And Lee Crooks just comes forward and says to David Heron, just go away from it, leave it alone. Martin Kettridge will try and kick for goal. Kettridge is over 100 goals already. His credit this season. He landed that 100th goal against Hull recently. And it's a very good kick by Kettridge. Superb kick. And that puts the score now at Leeds 6, Castleford 2. And we've had just 14 minutes. Whitfield is taking the wrath of the crowd for that decision. It's a scrum and Leeds have possession. Creasser, Gibson coming into the line here. So Garry Schofield. Spencer that was on the overlap on the far side. So Garry Schofield had been brought to ground before he could get it away. Heron. And Darryl van der Velde has moulded a very good Castleford team, but at the moment they're just beginning now to run out of a bit of steam. The Weldon Roaders really need a victory today to get some of their momentum back as Garry Schofield kicks that one through. Tony Marchant will be there. He is. Doesn't get very far. And Leeds have possession. Tony Marchant was losing out. Creasser, Gibson, ooh, and a tremendous tackle there. Very good tackle by Mark Gibson. And Leeds now really with a bit between the teeth. Schofield gets it out there to... It's Gary Spencer. Gary Spencer coming in. Schofield again. Not a good pass, but Creasser does well to pick it up. Creasser now beginning to look very sharp after that long injury layoff. The more games he plays, of course, the more match fit he'll become. And a penalty. Not letting the man that can play the ball get up. John Joyner with the chance of a penalty. to John Joyner and held down the same player in the tackle. So the Creaser's second kick of the afternoon so far. Well, yeah, there was. He's kicked just 1 from 1. A chance now to keep his 100% record and also edge Leeds into an 8-2 lead. And he does so. So David Creasser has put Leeds 8-2 in front in just 18 minutes gone. Now the loss of Kevin Ward today will have a big effect on Castleford. Phil Ford, well, not a lot of places he could go to there. Of course, he missed training, did Ward in midweek because his wife was having a baby, and the coach Darryl van der Velde has a no training, no playing rule, and David Poulter backs him up on that, and I don't think Kevin Ward's all that happy about it, but probably working in Leeds' favour. Oh, and another good break by Leeds. Breaking clear, Ford. Ford still finding a space round, and finally Kevin Beardmore manages to grab him. And that was another good break out of defence by Leeds. And Garry Schofield momentarily takes his eye off the ball and knocks on. John Bentley has been carrying a slight wrist injury, bang on a nerve, and causing a bit of aggravation, but he's still there. Calls for a forward pass. Kettridge to lose that in the tackle, but manages to hold on. Kevin Beardmore with a bob. Oh, and a good break. Thrown inside. Bob Beardmore again on the inside of that pass. Giles Boothroyd was the man who made the break. And once again, Robin Whitfield has seen an infringement. Holding down in the tackle. So once again Kettridge gets the chance to reduce the arrears. Much easier kick than his first one. Actually straight in front of the post. Should be meat and drink to a man of Kettridge's capabilities. Little shimmy, right-footed, straight between the middle. We have a score now of Leeds 8, Castleford 4. Kettridge's second penalty. And we're just inside the last 12 minutes of the game, of the first half, should I say. Pressure on Leeds, but they get out of it well. There's Spencer. Price. And Crooks, he's having a fine game, leading his side. Through by Garry Schofield, but it's going to go dead. Just didn't have the spin on it to go the right way. The game might not be living up to the two other previous encounters this season, but it's certainly a good game of rugby league. And we've already had one superb try by Leeds from John Bentley, made by Gibson. And we've also had a very close call just seconds before that on the Leeds line when David Ruckley kicked ahead but then lost the ball. And Leeds win back possession. Garry Schofield caught by Grant Anderson. Game a little scrappy, just for a moment or so. The tension is very high amongst the fans. Must be a good 12,000 here today. Creasser again out to Gibson. Gibson back inside to Bentley. So Bentley's caught there. Leeds now beginning to camp on the 25. Oh, and Garry Schofield's lost that one. It's a quite crunching tackle coming in there from Dean Sampson. So we've got another scrum. For Beardmore to put the ball in. And that can never have gone in the scrum because Beardmore took it for right under the centre. This time it got actually through the second row's legs. Certainly the one part of rugby league that I'd like to see tidied up is scrummaging. On the look for the ball. A strip of hair down the top instead of it being absolutely clean shaven. Chipped into the corner, and that's a very good kick indeed. The man to do it, Kenny Hill. It's 5 yards from the Leeds line. It was very nonchalantly done indeed. Lobbed the ball up and let the ball do all the rest of the work. Here comes the rain. Conditions very greasy indeed. And that scrum, which Castleford had won against the Head, had to be reformed. Well, they've won that one. And the brolly's going up everywhere. Oh, tremendous tackle, and they've kept the ball going with Castleford. Bob Beardmore, Grant Anderson, Ruckley to Boothroyd. Boothroyd's over. Well, that will be one of the easiest tries that Giles Boothroyd will ever score. The ball coming in a movement where they won the scrum, they kept the ball alive despite it being an attempted stolen in the tackle. And suddenly the scores are all level. The ball moved very quickly from left to right. Ruckley and Anderson were there. Finally pass out to Boothroyd, and Boothroyd had the easiest jobs with nobody in front of him to just dive over the line. "28 minutes of the game gone." And this is a chance now for Kettridge. He's kicked 2 from 2. He's now kicked 3 from 3. And that puts the score, Leeds 8, Castleford 10. So now just 11 minutes remaining to half-time. The rain still sheeting down. And that's high. It's going to bounce well. Garry Spencer's gone back for it. Will it roll? It will. Crooks failing to hold to that one, so we've got a scrum. Bob Beardmore. Kettridge skips out of one tackle, throws the ball back quite wildly, but they keep possession. And Hill. And then loses the ball and knocks on. It's not a classic by any means, but it's certainly full of interest. Castleford, they can see the Stonesbridge Championship slipping from their grasp. That's why they need the 2 points. They've got to halt this run of 2 successive defeats. Remember, until Leeds beat them in the Yorkshire Cup final, they were undefeated at that time in all competitions. Remained undefeated in the league for a long time. And David Heron, Spencer, and Lee Crooks. Oof. Well, tremendous clash there. Shoulder to shoulder with Keith England. Robin Whitfield didn't like that at all. And he's having a quick word with Mark Gibson, saying, I'm running this game. And John Bentley will take the penalty. Just 7 minutes remaining of the first half. Lee Crooks powers in, making defenders with him, but can't get the ball out. Looking for a good position. Well, still going on. Heron, Schofield. That ball never actually went backwards or to ground. Ashton, Crooks, Creasser. Creasser with a long ball out to Gibson. Gibson juggles with it, comes inside, but finally brought to ground 6 or 7 yards from the line. Creasser again. Leeds throwing this long passes out. Schofield, Powell. Powell gets the ball out back inside to Schofield. Schofield's there. So is Ford. Ford's 5 yards from the line. And Leeds once more in good position. Crooks to Creasser. Creasser does go over, he does. Another 4 points towards that 1,000 total for David Creasser. Lee Crooks, who's played a superb captain's part this half, puts him in. And Leeds are back in front at 12 points to 10. Well, that was good play by Leeds. First switching the ball one way, then bringing it back the other. Good, long, firm, hard-driven passes. And Garry Schofield goes over to congratulate David Creasser. So David Creasser now with a chance to make it 3 from 3 and also to edge Leeds 14 points to 10 in front. It's a perfect kick. It looked to be just wobbling to the left of the post, but then it straightened up with the spin and it's gone inside that left-hand post, and Leeds suddenly now are 4 points in front. It's Leeds 14, Castleford 10. Just 6 minutes that were remaining to half-time when David Creasser has scored that try. So 14-10, Leeds lead, and Powell gets the ball out. Maskell turning, twisting. She really released it earlier. Just when the game was slightly dying, then Leeds' try has brought it back to life again. Crooks. Oh, and Ruckley's made a mess of that. And it has gone forward, went back initially, and then he knocked it forward in trying to regain possession. More winning possession there. Schofield. Oh, lovely play by Garry Schofield. He very nearly had his head taken off in that tackle. But, he's learned to duck under them in that situation. Powell making the position for Leeds now to launch another attack. Spencer coming into the line. Creasser again. Crooks. Oh, Heron going for the corner. Heron's in at the corner. What a tremendous try, but it was made for him by Lee Crooks. Crooks turned his back to the Castleford defence, held the ball in front of him, and as Heron came arcing round the outside, Crooks flicked the ball to him, and Heron, running for the corner in an arc fashion, got in there, and Leeds now are 18 points to 10 in front. Just 2 minutes from half-time, and 2 tries in 4 minutes, both made by Crooks. The first one for Creasser, the second one for Heron, giving Leeds 18 points to 10 lead. And that makes David Heron now his 4th try of the season. And David Creasser from wide out on that right-hand side. Hoists it high. Is it going? Swinging. Oh, and the wind just perhaps caught it. Didn't just quite have enough power. David Creasser just missing that kick, and the half-time hooter going, giving us a half-time score of Leeds 18, Castleford 10. Second half about to get underway. Leeds with an 8-point lead, and now chance for another 2 points towards the Stones Bidder Championship. Scorelines coming in from around the Stones Bidder are that Bradford Northern are pushing Widnes hard. Scores level at the moment. Wigan, well, they're leading at Hull, so that's a danger team there. And of course these two sides locked at the top, as they have been most of the season. So if Leeds can maintain their lead, and perhaps Bradford Northern can either snatch a draw or even victory, then Leeds will be top tonight. And that will be that they're there on merit, despite having played more games. But with 40 minutes to play, as most of the Leeds players say at the moment, we can only take one game at a time, hope we win them, and then we have to rely on other teams. And of course Widnes and Castleford have to play each other twice yet, so everything's in the lap of the gods at the moment. Kettridge driving in. just over halfway. The substitution there is Roy Southernwood is on for Bob Beardmore, and this is a good chance, but Anderson throwing that pass inside, looking for Mark Gibson, but John Bentley was covering Gibson well, took the pass. What a game Lee Crooks is having. Look at that, another charging run, still going. Finally Southernwood comes in to help one of his colleagues, and a penalty. I think Southernwood being a little overzealous there. The man had already tackled him. And Kettridge and John Joyner being spoken to. Kettridge very firmly. No, and it's a barging foul. So Bentley puts Leeds on halfway. Roy Powell drops it. Anderson knocks it forward. And Anderson looked to be the last man to touch that. He had an opportunity to grab the ball and he knocked it on, but anyway, scrum, it's gone to Cass. Boothroyd, scorer of the Castleford try, the first one. 3 goals by Martin Kettridge. He's got the ball at the moment, lobs it back, picked up by Joyner. Joyner not much of an influence on today's game. Southernwood. Boothroyd couldn't take that pass. Garry Schofield, the recipient. Oh, and it was run by Phil Ford. Not had any running chances today, but it's got some good clearance runs in. And the ball, as I quite often use the expression, like a bar of soap, but of course it's very wet out there and handling difficult. It's still being played at 100 miles an hour. Kettridge again. A lot of people think he's only in the side for his goal kicking, but good second row man. Dean Sampson. Kevin Beardmore acting half. Kenny Hill. And that ball rebounding off a Leeds player. Kettridge again. To Lee Crooks with a good firm tackle and the ball lost. There's been another good all-round team performance by Leeds so far. They've recovered from that defeat against Wakefield with a hard-fought victory. And that's another good kick that's gone into touch right on 25. That's a hard-fought victory at Hull Kingston. And now today leading by 18 points to 10. And this will certainly be a feather in their caps A lot of people had written them off after the defeat against Wakefield. Southernwood hardly putting that one in, but still, according to Robin Whitfield, winning the scrum. So for we'll sort that one out, and he has. I think it'll be Leeds put in. It is. A little bit of niggle there between the two scrum halves. Schofield on the blind side of the scrum. Going to ground once more. Well, to be knocked on. Everybody else thought it was going to be, but game still underway. Gibson. Crooks will hoist that one high. Oh, and the miss there. But it's going to run dead. Fortunately for Castleford. Good play by Garry Spencer. It's looking down the try-scoring list for Leeds. It's Gibson on 18, Schofield on 17. I'm not counting Schofield's two representative tries. And then we have Andrew Ettinghausen, who finished on 13, and John Bentley, who's on 13, and he's only played some 16 games. And then you have to go back to Phil Ford, who's on 8. Of course, Paul Medley had 10 before being transferred, and here come Leeds again. So once again, it's just that final pass that's going to ground. So a try for Garry Schofield, despite being out for several weeks. We'll put him level with Carl. And both of them chasing the 20 try mark. Of course, with a Fire having 40 odd already. I'm going to be nowhere near him, but the three-quarter line and the backs of Leeds have done them proud in try scoring. And a man down for Leeds, and the penalty's been awarded. For pushing the man away. And the man down for Leeds doesn't look too well at all. David Creasser is going to kick for goal. I'd like to see a player whose legs are twitching like that. He's looking in a great degree of pain. I think it's John Bentley. Robin Whitfield's helping him up, it is. And in fact, it's the arm that's the problem. And the wrist, this trapped nerve. Bentley, who scored that fine try made by Carl Gibson early on, is going to be replaced by Gary Lord. Garry Lord yet to score a try for the Leeds first team. It's coming on. So David Creasser with a chance to put Leeds now 10 points clear. We've had, according to my watch, 13 minutes of the second half. Hoist it well, but it's faded away to the left. So still Leeds 18, Castleford 10. Oh, Crooks again, taking on two defenders. Thought about slipping the pass originally, but kept possession, and that's vital at all times now. Make the most of the possession that they've got. Scrum's fairly even. Crooks bounces that one into touch on 25. Lee Crooks having one of his best games for quite some considerable amount of time. So Suttonwood with the put in, and it bounces off a leg, comes out to Leeds. Schofield getting the ball out to Garry Lord. Lord never lets anybody down. Gibson trying to find a way through. Looking for his 19th try of the season, if he can get one. The play by Price. Gibson is throttled. March and hit Price very late there. Oh, Crooks, look at that for a body swerve. And I could also say, look at that for a pass, but certainly won't. Because there must have been, again, a tackle off the ball. Yes, the man being held when he didn't have possession. And David Creasser looks to have a number 8 in his back there with all the mud. He's going to try and now put Leeds certainly well back in front at 20 points to 10 if he kicks this. So David Stevenson out to the side. Leeds have been needing a goal kicker, and of course Creaser's kicked a lot of goals for Leeds. Some nearly 350. That's a very good kick indeed. So it puts Leeds now in a very strong position, 10 points to the good, and we've got now only some 24 minutes remaining. 56 minutes gone, and David Creasser increases Leeds' lead to 10 points. It's Leeds 20, Castleford 10. Gary Spencer, who's filled in very well since Andrew Ettinghausen went to Australia, and has let nobody down. Some good tackling and good covering and running. Always willing to join the line. And Leeds' strength in depth now is possibly beginning to tell. So nobody's let them down. And Paul Gill coming in at Hull Kingston had a fine game with one very good 40-yard run. And Chris Chapman, who scored a lot of goals in a lot of tries in the early stages of the season. And, they've dried up a little since. Beardmore, it's Kevin Beardmore. Bob, of course, is now off the field. Castleford now in possession inside the Leeds 25, and they've not been there very much recently. They must be careful now, must Leeds. Kettridge driving in, and they're driving right underneath the post. Southernwood's on this side. Southernwood there finds Joyner, but Joyner's held up in a tackle. Southernwood again acting half. Gives it to big number 8 there, Dean Sampson. Sampson wrestled back by Creasser. Southernwood kicks it forward. Oh, and right into the arms of Tony Marchant, and Marchant gets his 100th try of his career. Well, it was a very clever kick by Southernwood, and there came Tony Marchant herring in to that, picked it up and ran the 10 yards despite 2 defenders and goes over the line, and we've suddenly got Castleford back in the game at 20 points to 14 down. Well, let's look at it again, the way it happened. Dean Sampson was held up in the tackle. The ball was quickly switched to the right, and Sampson decided to switch the ball quickly. And there was Roy Southernwood with a very cute diagonal kick. Marchant picking the ball out of the air and then diving over despite the attentions of 2 defenders. And now Kettridge will try and put 2 more points on the board. He lifts it, and he's lifted it wide. Well, so Leeds kick off with just now a 6 points deficit between the 2 teams. It's Leeds 20, Castleford 14. Testing time for Leeds, having Castleford come back at them so strongly. And it was a very cute kick by Southernwood, and you can see why he's so highly rated. But here's Creasser. Creasser looking for the gap, gets it away to Garry Lord. Garry Lord to Gibson. Gibson juggling with it, comes inside, gets the ball out to Schofield. Schofield's going to score. Gary Schofield has scored, and suddenly, as Leeds had been hit by Castleford, they come back with a typical piece of class finishing, and Gary Schofield now gets level with Carl Gibson with his 18th try of the season. And Gibson was the man who made it for Schofield. Schofield as ever poaching on the back of an attacker, waiting for that slip pass and then going over. Well, it was a great break by David Creasser. Fully 35 yards, nice break, out to Gibson. Gibson juggling with the ball on that touchline, then saw that Gary Schofield was with him, slid the ball to Schofield, and Schofield going over, just grounding the ball before he was put over the dead ball line. So David Creasser now will try and kick another goal. He's kicked 4 from 6 attempts. This will be his 5th. He's already got a try as well. And I reckon that if he kicks this, that's 1,000 points for Leeds. Hoists it high, and it's a beauty. A superb try crowned by a very good goal. And I think my maths adds up right, but that's David Creasser now to 1,000 points for Leeds. Going off, and Murphy coming on for Castleford. Leeds now have the lead at 26 points to 14. How well Carl Gibson has played on that wing. He has certainly made 2 super tries, and very unselfishly giving the ball inside on both occasions, and how well he would deserve a try in this game. To be honest, Leeds man of the match is, to me, is Lee Crooks, with David Creasser a very close second. More, but can't get rid of that one. And Beardmore hurting that tackle with David Heron. David Heron sportingly calling on the Castleford physiotherapist. And Beardmore is a publican. It's the Crown at Furry Fryston. Wrist injury. And a big loud cheer goes up as that scoreline, which you can hear, comes on, and if that stays the same, then of course Leeds will be very, very happy indeed, and if this score stays like it, they'll be top. Despite all the money that Leeds has spent, it's very nice to see that players coming through, the players like Gary Price, players like Gary Spencer, who have been brought along in the A-team. People like young Gill the other night. And then Richard Gunn, who's always done well when he's come into the side. Colin Maskell, of course, is another unsung hero of the team. Oh, and a good run here. But, Chapman is collared by Gary Schofield. And Schofield now really coming good and looks absolutely match fit, full of confidence, which couldn't be said of his first 2 or 3 games back after that shoulder injury, but perhaps it was worrying him all the time. And Cass desperate for the points. 26-14 down. Daryl van der Velde will be wondering how he can lift his side. Looks like they're going to lose this game as well, and that'll be 3 on the trot if they do. 1 or 2 looking a little jaded, a little tired, and a little despondent. Southernwood, well, he's not. Gets it through. Chapman manages to take it as it hits the hand. That far side, Marchant with Mark Gibson. Not seeing much of Gibson. Dean Sampson and David Ruckley coming up as acting half. See that Castleford are now very desperate for these points. There's Murphin going in. Joyner. And Joyner really has been a shadow of his normal self. And a little bit of aggravation there, but Joyner plays the ball, holds his neck. Southernwood. Boothroyd. Boothroyd getting the ball out. Is this a try? It is a try. It's Mark Gibson. No, it's not. It's Chapman. I do apologise. It was Chapman there getting in at the corner. Some good handling. Problem there in the middle of the field. The ball switched very quickly out. Southernwood again using that long raking pass. And Chapman finally squeezing in at the corner. So Martin Kettridge now with the responsibility. Just 10 minutes remaining. And Chris Chapman scored, and Kettridge absolutely slices that one. It doesn't even get anywhere near. And so now there's an 8-point difference. Leeds 26, Castleford 18. And the touch judge is in from the far side. I don't know what that's about. Scores coming through all the time, but the only one we've got to worry about at the moment is this one. As soon as I've got all the scores, I'll give you the table as well as they go off. It'd be very nice if we were top tonight. And then comes the visit of Bradford Northern on Good Friday. It's an evening kick-off. But this game is far from over with 10 minutes remaining. Of course, with Bradford Northern slightly embroiled in that relegation area, and Halifax then on Easter Monday. And that's at Thrum Hall. They will be desperate for the points as well. There's no issues settled as yet. Spencer. Well, Phil Ford gave him a very good dummy there to get away from the touchline. Lee Crooks. Oh, barges off Kettridge and ploughs another 15 yards forward. Lost the ball. Picked up by Southernwood. What a good game he's had since he came on. Didn't look to play that ball right in Boothroyd, but Brookfield is there and has said play on, and Dean Sampson hauled to the ground. And there's no doubt about it that Castleford have missed Kevin Ward today. Kevin Beardmore entering the last 6 or 7 minutes. Depends how much injury time there is to play. Ball charged down. injured. Leeds get the turnover. 6 more tackles, 5 remaining. Boy, Powell. Leeds could just do with another try, just to ease any doubts. Just 8 points in front. Lee Crooks kicking that one. Chapman picks it out of the air. But doesn't get past Gary Spencer. That's a good tackle. And well pinched by Ray Ashton. Gary Lord. Cowden acting half. Cowden manages to hold on to it, does he? Yes, he does. Crooks, another charging run. Heron to Creasser. Creasser throws it back. Heron again. Still going. Pressure. Gary Schofield spun that one off the top of his boots, bounced up, and Gibson's over. Carl Gibson. A very neat piece of poaching there. The ball was up in the air from Gary Schofield. Ruckley went for it. And there was Gibson. The ball bounced up off of Ruckley. Gibson very gratefully snatching it up and diving over, and retains his lead in the try scoring. He's now got 19, and he thoroughly deserved that because he's made 2 tries for Leeds today. David Creasser, I know definitely now that this will put him over the 1,000 points total. There's some very conflicting figures in programmes and statisticians' books. But 16 points in total today will definitely do it. This will be his 6th kick. He's only missed 2, puts it between the sticks, and Leeds now should be home and dry. It's Leeds 32, Castleford 18. And Ewardell is coming on for Mark Brooke-Cowden. Can you say? We've had 2 highlights today. We've had Tony Marchant's 100th try of his career there, that try coming in right on the hour, and David Creasser has now got 1,000 points for Leeds with his 16 points he's scored today. Very few penalties conceded in this game. I make it at the moment only 8, 4 apiece, so the players being good as Gary Schofield hammers that into touch. But it's been teamwork and an outstanding individual contribution from Lee Crooks that has won this game for Leeds. David Creasser's not been far behind him. Carl Gibson's had a good run as well. You've got to admire the way that Gary Schofield has come back after that injury and has played very well today. But as I said earlier, an outstanding team performance, an outstanding contribution from Lee Crooks has given Leeds his 32 points to 18 lead. The way scores are going in other games, it looks as though Leeds will be top. And we'll also overdub the league table onto this video at the end, because some games will still be going on when we finish. So if you wonder how I've done it, it'll be done afterwards. And the penalty to Castleford for offside, but it's hardly going to matter now as time ticks away. Castleford going to go down to their third successive defeat in the Stonesbitter Championship, and a Kettridge kick goes straight into the arms of Carl Gibson. Uwadell, first real touch of the ball, and it's dragged by his neck to the ground by Dean Sampson. Creasser. And if anybody was dictating the game like Lyons did, well, Creasser's now just taken over the mantle. And with people like Vasey in the A team, another good class footballer who can play at either centre or stand off, and Leeds have a great run of riches. And here comes Creasser again. Schofield breaks out of one tackle. Ashton going for the line, but drags. Ooh, good tackle by Tony Marchant. Tremendous strength by Marchant there. Spencer, Powell with only one try this season, sit out there to Gary Price. Sorry you can't see what's going on, but we can't get near with our camera because of the numbers of other people that are here. And finally, away goes Chapman racing down that wing, but it's Waddell who's chasing him. Boothroyd with a good covering tackle there. Gary Lord it is. David Heron finishes it off. Out the back door there by Grant Anderson. Tony Marchant picks it up. Well, desperation for Castleford, as the time now is virtually up. Uwadell. And there goes a hooter. The final score, Leeds 32, Castleford 18. Tries for Leeds from Bentley, Creasser, Heron, Schofield and Gibson. 6 goals from David Creasser. And tries for Boothroyd, Marchant, Chapman, and 3 goals from Martin Kettridge have given us that final score. The attendance 12,369, so good attendance here. And that's Castleford's 3rd successive defeat of the season, and really now puts a big dent in their championship hopes. They've got a chance to revive it against Widnes, and Leeds now, according to my reckoning, could go top depending upon the Bradford Northern result. Well, we have all the results to hand. And the league table is as follows. Leeds played 22 and have 30 points there at the top. Widnes played 18, so they've 4 games in hand on Leeds. They have 29 points and only 1 point behind. Castleford now dropped to 3rd, having played 19 and have 29 points. Wigan, the dark horses, coming up on the rails. They've played 20 and have 28 points. And then Hull have moved down to 5th place after that defeat by Wigan. They have played 22, the same number of games as Leeds have played, and they have 28 points. So just now, 2 points separate Leeds at the top from Hull in 5th place, and there's plenty of effort and fire left in this Stonesborough Championship. It's a long way to go yet. Leeds have still 4 games to play. They can get 38 points. If they do that, they'll put the pressure on Widnes and Castleford and Wigan, because Widnes and Castleford have still to play each other twice.